Welcome to PC Mac. In today's video, we are going to talk about how we can go ahead and install Chrome OS Fork on Raspberry Pi 4. This is also, you can say, it's Chromium OS that we are going to install on Raspberry Pi 4. We already talked about this operating system in my previous videos, but in this video, why I'm going to do it again, because there is lots of changes they have done to the build and it's now more stable, and we can go ahead and install it and use as a primary operating system on our Raspberry Pi. For this practical, I'm going to use Raspberry Pi 4 2GB version with a 16GB SD card. It's also recommended that you are using the minimum 2GB version of Raspberry Pi with 16GB of SD card. So to start the practical, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and download one image from the GitHub page of this build. So let's do it. First of all, let me just go ahead and take you to my website. I have put all the links to this build on my website, so you just need to click on the link given here, and this is also called FIDE OS, and you can visit their website directly from here. I have also put the link, and you can also find the difference between Chrome OS and Chromium OS right in this website. Now the download link is right here. You just need to click on it and move down and click on this link here, and the image size is around 537 MB. Once the image is downloaded, the drill is same. You just need to click on the imager, or you can use Etcher to write this image to your SD card and start booting the operating system. I have already write the image to my SD card to reduce the time of this video, to make it a little bit shorter, and it's done on my SD card, and I have plugged in the SD card to Raspberry Pi. Now let me just go ahead and take you to the Raspberry Pi screen, to the booting process and configuration of this particular OS on our Raspberry Pi 4. So you can see the installation screen in front of you, and you will see the Chromium OS screen now. As you can see, it's booting up. Now we need to go ahead and configure it according to our need. So let's just go ahead and click on Let's Go to initiate the setup. My Pi is already connected to the Ethernet connection. If you want, you can connect through the network like 2.4 GHz network or a 5 GHz network, because the Raspberry Pi 4 supports both the networks. So let's just go ahead and click on Next, and now it's checking for the updates. Once the update finish, it will directly take us to the next screen. Now here you can go ahead and sign in with your ID as well. So I'm going to do it with my ID. So I'm logged in with my Google account, and as you can see, you're all set on the screen. Now let's just go ahead and get started. So this is the screen, as you can see. Now you can just go ahead and click here on the bottom left corner on this circle, and it will show you all the apps that are right here, and we can click on this arrow on the top of this black bar to see what all applications we have here. So we have Chromium files, and the Myntra app and Amazon app, and we can always go ahead and download apps from the Chromium store. For that, we just need to click here and open the Chromium. So if you want your predefined or your previously installed extension to be installed on your Chromium. You just need to use it or just remove these extensions. So let's just go ahead and remove it from here, and you can use your Chromium web browser on your Raspberry Pi. So let's just go ahead and visit the website and check whether it's working fine or not. So it's working. Let's just go ahead and maximize the screen. So everything is working here. Now by installing this operating system on your Raspberry Pi, you can also watch YouTube and other stuff directly on your Pi. So let me just go ahead and show you. Or just you can press the Windows button from your keyboard and start typing here youtube.com, and it will directly open it for you. Let's try to play something. As you can see, it's responsive and working absolutely fine. Let's just try to play a video, one of my video, and check what's the resolution it's trying to play. So as you can see, the resolution is around 720 60 frames per second. So let's just go ahead and click here and try 1080. And maximize the screen. Sorry for my slow capture card, but as you can see, it's working absolutely fine. So you are watching the video right now in 1080p 60 frames per second, and it's working flawlessly. As you can see, everything is working absolutely fine. Now let's just go ahead and close this. And to make it more stable, what you need to do is right now the sleep mode is not supported in this operating system. So what you need to do is, let me just go ahead and close this YouTube video. So we need to download one extension. The name of the extension is, let me just put it here on your screen. Either you can go ahead and download the extension directly from the website, or you can open my document and you will see it right in the document. Let me just open it for you. So the extension is right here. The name of the extension is Keep Awake. So you can directly open it from here and add this to your Chrome. So now the question is why we are installing this Keep Awake extension to our Chromium. This is because let me just take you back to my website and show you from there that this operating system is not supporting sleep mode. So if the system go into sleep mode, might be it got unstable and you are not able to boot it again. So to resolve this problem, we are installing this Keep Awake extension, so our OS will not go into the sleep mode and it will make it more stable. As you can see, no support for OS sleep, the second point over there. And if you want to put the Google Input Tool extension, you can also go ahead and do that right from here. And the boot from USB is not supported till in this version, so you just need to wait to boot your Raspberry Pi from a USB drive. In future videos, might be this will roll out to this particular operating system, then we will use a SSD or a NVMe drive to boot our Raspberry Pi, and it will give us a better speed and better performance on our operating system. So that's it for today. If you like my work, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification for my latest videos. Share this video with your family and friends who want to install this operating system onto their machines. This operating system is available for other hardwares as well. Like if you have an old Windows PC lying around, you can use this operating system and this will give a new look to your old operating system and with a better performance, because this only require 2 GB of RAM. So if you have an old PC, you can just go ahead and install it and use your old PC again in your house. So thank you for watching. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day.